What's up, everybody?
Welcome to Oaken Bros, everybody. Give everyone a few moments to
Happy Monday, everyone.
get on. It's been a real cool Monday. Got that Pfizer vaccine, which
Best
I think
fucking news.
everybody is excited about.
If anyone watches Sunday Night Football, this is just a disaster. If everybody watched this,
I don't know what
I've
you're
watched
talking about.
you wouldn't. I've watched every Tampa Bay snap for the last 20 years. And Tom Brady fucking was shut out. Didn't score a touchdown in 4 quarters.
So he's nothing without the Pats?
He is not, well, no, he was doing amazing. And then they brought in Antonio Brown. And I think Antonio Brown was a bad luck charm on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were doing great. They didn't need Antonio Brown. My wife says, let's go Monday. Yes. Let's go Mondays. How's everyone doing? Everyone had a good weekend? Michael Short just wrote in. That game was a car wreck. It was a car wreck. It was a plane crash, and it was a train wreck. Drew Brees was a surgeon compared to Tom Brady. Hello, guys.
What's up, Facebook user?
Facebook user says, hello. Hi, guys.
It's our bots. We have shills in the back just making comments. So it makes it look like we're more busy than we are.
What a fucking week last week was.
Yeah,
I have never had emotions.
Much calmer.
I have never had emotions like that in my life. Fear, anxiety, stress, all in one fucking week. I told my shrink I didn't need to talk to him. Evan Blanchett says, hey guys, what's up? Evan Blanchett's Miami, right? Evan?
Yeah.
What's up, Evan?
What's up, Scotty?
Hey, Scott. Good seeing you, man.
And that's Auntie Mal.
Auntie Marilyn. Marilyn, you're supposed to call me. And don't call me now, but you're supposed to call me. We got to talk. We got to start talking about our next Zoom meetings. Yo, this is the Zoom stock, because now, so the big news is that Pfizer, the vaccine for Pfizer, said it's 90% effective, which, by the way, I just wanted to say this. Why wasn't it released last week during the election cycle?
Why was it lost in that shuffle?
Honestly, why was it released this week after Biden was named president? I will never forget when they were doing the wedding of, I don't even know their names, William and who are the royals? William and Kate Middleton. William and Kate Middleton. I'll never forget, they were doing the wedding, and it was like the biggest deal. And I was driving into work. I was going to Queens, and it was like the biggest deal, the wedding. Everyone was talking about it. I didn't give a shit about the wedding. And then the day after they got married, Bin Laden was assassinated. I'm like, so I said to myself, they talked about this freaking wedding for 4 days, right? 5 days, just nonstop, 24-hour coverage. E! News had people at the church and everything in England, but they didn't say anything about Bin Laden. What would have happened if, while they were saying their I do's, Barack Obama gets on the horn and says, "We just killed Bin Laden"? Why was it the next day? Why didn't they announce this Pfizer thing on Saturday when they announced that Biden was going to be president?
It's the same reason we don't want to release a show on Thanksgiving, Michael. It's not a conspiracy theory.
It's a conspiracy.
It's just good business.
Terry Murtaugh, Terry in Boston says the curse of Antonio Brown 110%.
Tammy says your YouTube feed is going berserk. I think it's a good thing.
Or bad thing?
No, I mean we're getting a lot of subscribers on YouTube, a lot of action. Our last live stream Wednesday night was like a watershed moment for us.
I should have worn something nice to wear.
You bring something nice to
wear.
Bring
something nice to wear. Swingers.
We got we're international, Switzerland. I think it's yours.
Just call him George. But yes, that sounds great. Hell, Oaken Bros is live in Switzerland. Yeah, I've never been to Switzerland. I did see the Swiss Alps though. When we went,
our parents had a layover in Switzerland.
No, I think they were there a few days. We weren't with them, but I remember I did see the Swiss Alps when we went to France. Our mom and dad took us to when I failed my world history regions. Mom took us on a European cruise.
Oh, what's wrong with our feed?
Uh-oh, what happened?
I gotta take a look.
People are bad-mouthing us?
Let me go take a look.
Cursing us?
Anxiety, Tammy.
Thanks for letting us know. Eric, you're like breaking up just a little bit on your microphone. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know. Maybe it's YouTube.
Oh, you're better now. What's going on our YouTube feed? Why is it berserk? How else was everybody's week? So Biden's going to be president, huh?
I mean, it depends on who you talk to.
I've gotten a lot of people tell me that Trump was that Trump really won. And I don't even care at this point. If the media is happy, I'm happy too.
Oh, I think it's a connection issue.
Oh, our face. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, people don't need to see these gorgeous faces on Facebook, on YouTube.
Yeah, it looks better now. I'm looking at it live.
Keep the Facebook and the YouTube up live. It was just scrambled, right?
I guess so.
Bad connection.
I'm on a call for work right now, but I want to drop in and just mention thanks again for the book recommendation starting the Archangel work this Thursday. Very cool. That's it. That's 72 Angels
of Magic.
Of magic.
Jonathan, it works.
You start on a Thursday and then you do it for 10 days.
Right, and you end on a Sunday. Yeah, it works. That stuff. Eric and I are magicians. I started listening to this book, High Magic. Not High Magic. What's it called? By Damien Eccles. Did you ever hear of the West Memphis 3, Eric?
No, what's that?
Holy shit. You have to see the documentary West of Memphis. I'm reading this book called High Magic by Damien Eccles. Has anyone seen West of Memphis? It's a documentary by Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson. And it's about these 3 teens that apparently murdered these 3 boys. They tied them up, they raped them, they killed them. And this guy, Damien Eccles, who I'm trying to get on the show. Like, I want to interview this guy in the worst way.
We just got, after this.
I want to talk about who we're going to get, but listen to this.
Literally, while Michael and I were prepping for our live stream, we just got 2 amazing new interviews confirmed.
Huge interviews. Really big stuff. Millions of followers on Facebook type interviews. And so basically, Damien Eccles was convicted and he was sentenced to death row for murdering these boys. And the reason why is because he believed in magic, MAGICK. And he practiced magic in prison for 8 to 9 hours a day for 20 years. He was in prison for 19 years and like 62 days or something. And Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, Peter Jackson, Johnny Depp, all these actors and actresses got a hold of this guy who was on death row and how he was practicing magic, that he was technically innocent of these crimes. And it turns out that it was the stepfather that killed the 3 kids, and he got released. So I started reading this book, but it's all about magic. MAGICK. I can't stress that enough, of how he was working with the sigils and the archangels to get him out of prison. And I mean, whether you believe it or not, I don't know. If you want to call it just a coincidence, that's fine. For people that don't believe, I 100% believe. 100% in the archangels. But Jonathan, you're going to love it, man.
You have nothing to lose.
Right. And he stated it like this, Eric, just real quick. He stated that magic is like working out. It never ends.
Right.
That once you go and you start working with the archangels and the angels and you start manifesting the stuff, it's just the journey of it. You know, it's just like doing arms every day. It's not, you have to continuously do it.
The only thing that matters is arms.
Arms
and chest and shoulders.
Unlimited curls.
Bob Levine says, onward and upward from here. What's up, Bob?
I didn't care who was president. I just want the freaking country to get back to normal.
Yes.
I'm happy Biden won. Great. Fantastic. Fucking let's move. Let's go. If Trump would have won, fantastic. Let's move. Let's fucking go. Get the country back online. That Pfizer news.
Bros.
What's
up, Carl?
Carl, you're an honorary bro. Carl's the middle child.
Love Carl. But yeah, so we titled this this live stream Just Ask the Universe. And we wanted to kind of just talk about
Monday motivation, baby.
Monday motivation, start the week off right, what we're doing, what we're continually doing to work toward our goals of, being the best and biggest limousine service in the world and the best and biggest podcast in the world.
The best and biggest author in the world, writer.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I'm working towards.
And like Michael just said, it's constant working out and constant. You have to have a constant vision towards that goal.
What I realized today when I was reading the book was like it really is the journey. That it's not about the destination. Like, you know, you're going to go and you're going to invoke archangels to get you what you want, or you're going to program your subconscious mind.
I'll say this, like you know, a post on LinkedIn that I did, you know, went viral and it got 50,000 views. And
you thought you made it.
No, and nothing happened.
No, when it happened, you're like, oh,
you know, it's happening and you know, it's going on, and it got 50,000 views and thousands of likes and hundreds of comments. And the whole point was, you know, I worked a year to get a post like that and it meant nothing. But what I learned throughout that process was invaluable.
What'd you learn?
Well, first of all, you can't make anything go viral. That's like viral by definition, that it's like an accident that it happens. And so you just have to keep posting content. And I learned, you know, especially good content will always rise to the top. Like our interview with the critical drinker, it's approaching, you know, almost 40,000 views on YouTube, which, you know, I always thought, man, if we could just do that, we would make it. And then we're doing it and it's like, nope, that's not the way that it works.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And yes, there's it's like fucking getting jacked. It's like, you know, you just have to maintain the muscle. You got to keep doing it. You can't just stop. That's what manifesting is. You can't stop manifesting.
Right.
And for people who think that, oh, you know, I'm going to get the house and the car and, you know, the wife or the boyfriend or whatever the case. And, you know, you're going to get that. There's another level.
Yeah, there's always another level. And then like this morning started out for like great news. And then we got like a little bit of shitty news, like mid-morning, right before our noon meeting. But
I didn't care about that shitty news.
Yeah, but then like we got some like good news, and it's like, man, it's just, you know, that roller coaster. We're still not through it yet. And then like, you know, the plan that we were having, we have to re-strategize and come out with something new to make it work. But this shit's never a straight line.
So right before we got on the air, it's like the universe answered Eric and I back to back. We got 2 insane interviews coming up. I don't know if anyone has ever watched the channel Spirit Science. Probably, besides the critical drinker, obviously, and a few others, the best content on YouTube for spirituality.
They put it, but they have like cartoons and it's like animated.
Yeah.
And it's super, super cool. Like the quality of their content is astounding. The amount of time that it
belongs on like channel 2, 4, or 5. That's how good the quality content is. This is next level stuff. I mean, having the guy Jordan from Spirit Science, he breaks down spirituality into layman's terms and he animates it for you. And he talks about, you know, archangels and the Kabbalah and, you know, the chakras and manifesting your thoughts, all that stuff. And he does it with this like really cute, like blue creature, who's kind of, you know, learning the ways of spirituality. I Googled them. I found, you know, I love his content. And I reached out to him and he said yes. So Eric and I are going to be interviewing Jordan from Spirit Science. I think he's like 1 million followers on YouTube, Eric, or like 980,000. I don't know why it's not more, to be honest.
I don't know. You know, I think we're going to find out from what I'm seeing. Like, if you don't keep coming out with the original content on YouTube, you kind of get like
left in the dust, right?
Which is interesting. That's from interviewing more creators. That's what we've been seeing.
And then we're going to have on Alan from Shaman Oaks. And Shaman Oaks is more, it's a new channel, but it's this really cool guy. I mean, he's kind of like young, good looking guy, very spiritual. And he has about 100,000 subscribers. And he talks about DMT trips, and he talks about near-death experiences and energy healing and shit. And it's like, yes, you're speaking Eric and my language. You know, this is what we like to talk about. This guy, Damien Eccles, who I'm reading the book, he was beaten. They put him in solitary confinement in the prison because he supposedly killed these 3 boys. And he says he was beaten. He says his teeth were just brutally, like they were just destroyed his teeth. He was unhealthy. He was losing his eyesight, and he started practicing high magic. And with the high magic, he went back into his body. He went back to the moment where he was getting beaten, and he was holding his hands over his mouth where he was getting beaten to save his teeth. He goes, if you can change things going forward, if you can manifest the universe going forward, if you could make magic happen for things going forward, why can't you make things change in the past? And I'm listening to this. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm listening to the audiobook. While I'm working out, and it's like, he goes, we're all in one big perpetual now. You could change anything you want. You could change something from 40 years ago. You could change something 40 years in the future, but you have to use the proper tools to do it. And he covered his thing, and he says his teeth healed. The minute he started covering his mouth during the moments he was getting beaten in solitary confinement, his teeth in the now started to heal and stopped hurting.
That's amazing, because
you have to read this book, Eric.
Things add up here and there when, Michael and I have spoken to now 3 mediums. We're speaking to another one tomorrow, but not about getting readings. We're speaking to them, just asking questions about the afterlife. And we're interviewing Maria Verdeschi tomorrow. And one thing that seems to be the going consensus is that there is no time there, and kind of time all exists at once. So it's not something that we can ever possibly comprehend. But if our souls can do it, why can't we necessarily do it now?
Sick shit, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You could change the past by going back into that feeling. And you would think that this guy was getting beaten and probably raped by these guards, these prison guards in solitary confinement. Why would you want to revisit that? But he wanted to change that moment, the way he was feeling, to make him feel better. High Magic by Damien Eccles. He also has a YouTube channel. I subscribe to it. The guy, he's a little odd looking, right? He's got this long beard. He's all tatted up. And he wears glasses because his eyesight is all fucked up from being in a prison cell for 20 years. He says he has no depth perception because he could only stare at something 2 or 3 feet in front of him for 20 years. Right. So I want to interview him so badly. He has a lot. I've emailed him a couple times. I don't want to be a nudge either.
Yeah, I haven't been getting very lucky with my asks for getting interviews, so I'm just going to leave it up to you. You
had some guy that liked your stuff. He had 500,000 subs on Twitter, right? Followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
Email me his information. I'll reach out.
I DM'd him. So.
Oh, all right. But how does everyone feel this week after the election? Is everyone having a better week? Is everyone having a worse week?
How's business?
How's business?
How's life?
Things are picking up. Things are slowing down. What's the story? I mean, I know I'm in a really good mood. Once the election was over, I was so stressed out personally. Eric, you were stressed, right? You were a little freaked out.
Yeah, I wasn't.
You were just done with the drama.
Yeah. I wasn't necessarily happy with the build up to it, and I definitely feel a sense of relief now. But like Tammy said earlier, it's it still has to be decided by the board of electors. So, did you just get a spam call?
No.
Yeah, I just got a spam call.
Sharon says we should interview some magicians as well, like magic, like archangel magician. Sharon?
We got to get on Gino Minari.
Yes.
Gino Minari is a family friend. Gino owns the Harry Houdini shops in Vegas. Those magic shops in Vegas?
Houdini's.
But
it's in Disneyland. It's in Vegas. I mean,
yeah, mostly in Vegas. But we have a history with him. But Mike, we used
to vacation with him.
He's on Facebook. You should reach out to him.
I could do that. Amy Goldstein said word. She's very happy about last week's election. Woohoo! Magic with no K. Yeah, magicians. Yeah. Alex has a friend named Jacob who's obsessed with magicians, and Jacob's like, you got to interview this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. And I love magic. To. Yeah, I love magicians. Guys with parlor tricks.
I would love to get Penn and Teller on here.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I would love to. I don't know if they would do it. Penn has his own podcast called Penn Sunday School, and it's like an anti-God podcast. I've listened to it a few times.
Yeah.
You getting no comments on your feed, Eric?
Not much action today. We just got a bunch more people signed on, so maybe it got pushed out somewhere.
Yeah.
But it seems to be a slow Monday.
I have a ton of people on our screen watching. There's 8 people watching and a lot of people, some people interacting and whatnot. So yeah.
Got to keep building that live audience.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't think our YouTube audience is awake on Monday mornings.
Yeah.
Monday afternoons.
Yeah. No, this is definitely the Monday is to hit more like the business crowd.
Monday motivation.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of the vaccine? Think it's bullshit? Or do you think it's the truth? Think we're getting that vaccine? I'm taking that vaccine the minute it's available. Top 5 things you're going to do the minute the vaccine's in your system, Eric.
Top 5 things. Go to LA. Eat at Rothman's. Hug people at BLS.
Yeah, you still gotta be careful.
I mean,
right?
like when
I want to give Carl a big hug.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just ultimately the biggest thing is just get business back to normal.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I want to go to a barbershop. I want to go and get a haircut in an actual barbershop with no mask on.
I cut my hair yesterday.
Yeah, you never have to go back and get your hair cut. Kane's never going to cut your hair again. I cannot wait. I need a Kane cut. Go to a barbershop. That's number 1. Number 2, go to Rothman's when it's on a Saturday night, loud and screaming. Do not take vaccine. I'm taking the vaccine. I didn't take the flu shot this year. The first time in 15 years, I'm not taking a flu shot, but I am taking that fucking vaccine because I want my life to go back to normal. And if they inject me with some toxic chemicals, it is what it is. I'm willing.
I mean, that's a bold statement, Mike. It's fine. It's a bold statement.
I get it. I'm still taking it. I don't care. I'm taking it. I want to get my life back. I won't be able to go to Disney World knowing I didn't take the vaccine. Right? I want to go to Rothman's.
What about everybody? Vaccine, yes or no?
I want to go to Luger's.
What does everybody think?
I want to go to Vegas, bro. I want to go to fucking Vegas. I want to go to I want to take the whole family to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. I want to fucking spend an entire week in Vegas and eat, drink, and gamble in 20 different restaurants. And the 5th thing, I want to go back to Disney World. I really do. I can't tell you how much I miss Disney. I miss Disney with the kids. I miss Disney all around.
Funny you should ask that, Tammy. Tammy asked, "What did your dad say?" Mama Phyllis.
He said, "You better get that fucking vaccine."
He said you better get the vaccine, and we've heard that from numerous different psychics.
Yep,
from numerous different mediums.
And the timeline that my father said from the other side of everything that's going to be happening is literally happening. No bullshit. And yes, our dad said maybe not get the first wave of it, but the second wave of it when it's made public. Listen, the first wave is going to be made available to healthcare workers and elderly, as it should. But man, when that shit is at my CVS right in town, I'm going down there and I'm getting it. I don't care what anyone says.
George says yes. Another Tammy says no.
No, and I respect that. I absolutely respect that.
Certainly.
It's fine.
Free to do whatever they want.
But I'm getting that vaccine. Enough of this shit. Amy Goldstein says yes. I'm getting that fucking vaccine.
What I'm shocked about is that there is no vaccine for children yet. Why?
Fuck the kids.
The kids are not our future.
The kids are not our future. I don't know. All I know is that Sharon and I are getting it. Mom is getting it. You and Jen are probably going to get it. Flu shot? Not going to get the flu shot. But yes. And the reason why I'm doing it is because my father said, get the vaccine when it comes out. You'll need it. So, RJ from CW Post, man. I think that's RJ from CW Post. If that's you, man, hello, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's certainly been a crazy few days, but super excited to get past the super excited for this week and the future. Very, very optimistic. Very,
feels
very
good.
optimistic. Yeah.
Feels good. It feels good to be it is. RJ, welcome, man. That's so funny. RJ was a friend at CW Post. The Post Boys. It was me. It was Lynch. It was RJ. We had good times, man. Good times were had by all. And God, so we covered the vaccine. We covered the universe. We covered the archangels.
Moving out of blazing past here. Blazing speed.
covered the Tampa Bay fucking ears. That's who they the Tampa Bay fucking ears.
Should tweet that.
The only team I watch. I've watched every snap for fucking 20 years. And they bring in this Antonio Brown thing. He's going to be the greatest thing ever. And Tom Brady can't complete a pass if he tried. It was the Antonio Brown curse, like Terry said.
Just be like me and stop watching.
No, man. Tampa Bay should have won that game yesterday. Tampa Bay 100% should have won. It was horrible. And I like Drew Brees. I think the Saints are incredible.
You know, I got a little verklempt during.
Look at you with your fucking Jewish Yiddish. Cut it out.
I got.
What are you, a 90-year-old woman?
Honestly, with Adam today, we interviewed we interviewed Adam Posner, and he is a fellow Long Islander, same age range, grew up the same exact way, and we were hitting it off pretty well. But yeah, I got emotional seeing that, and you know, oddly enough, Hallie was sitting right next to me while she was giving the speech, and like I was looking over at Hallie, and I'm like, literally anything is possible. And it really is a huge milestone. And I felt her energy and it felt good. And agree with her politics or not, the fact that there is a woman in the White House, long overdue.
I agree 100%.
Really, really long overdue. Really was amazing.
100%. I got very emotional when Biden was speaking. I felt a sense of relief, like a deep breath, that it was this thing, that this COVID era was going to end, not the Trump administration, the COVID era, that there was going to be a sense of wrong being made right again, because it was wrong. Whatever happened in the last 9-10 months, it's been horrible. Tommy Fisher just joined us. Tommy, feel it real. # law of attraction. Tommy, I have books for you. You and I were all into the law of attraction. You know, Tommy's a Freemason. Did you know that? He posts these pictures. I've always wanted to join the Freemasons. And I read about the Freemasons a lot, and about the Kabbalah, that there's a big correlation between the Freemasons and Kabbalah. Tommy, you got to start reading the archangels, bro. Direct from heaven. Okay. Like direct from our father's mouth, who passed away almost 3 years ago. You got to start looking into the archangels. That's law of attraction is elementary school. The archangels are PhD. It's college PhD level. Tons of great books. 72 Angels of Magic, Wealth Magic. Magic with a K, Tommy. Look at it. Research it. Sharon said 100%.
Okay, with that, we got to go.
100%. 100%. We said that so much, and then Eric and Sharon were like, stop saying 100%. We're like, you know what? We're going to make that into our logo.
Yeah, Jen was like, you can't do that. But yeah, you know, actually, we're about to hit a huge milestone on our YouTube channel. Really excited. We're at like the cusp of hitting 1,000 subscribers,
and we're going to be making a penny a day,
like 31 cents a stream.
31 cents a stream.
Well, you have to start somewhere, and it took 19 months to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Rose, who her daughter's is Desiree, Kayla, my daughter, and her daughter are good friends. She said her husband's a Freemason. I looked into joining the Freemasons. That's something that like really intrigues me.
I don't know much about it. I don't know what's involved.
It goes way in the past. And they're King Solomon. There's a whole history of it. The King Solomon, I think, created the Freemasons or something. I don't want to talk out of my ass, but it's all about yeah, right. It's all about the Kabbalah, the Freemasons, all that stuff. Sharon always 100%'s the bros.
So Lenore said, talk to them every day. Great meditations for that.
Is that the archangels? I'm assuming she's speaking about?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what she's talking
about. Yeah, it works. Scary fast. Love dealing the archangel magic. That shit is insane.
Did you work on improving magic at first, or just dive into particular power or request? I find the subtle warnings in the book interesting. You get what you ask for. Yes.
It's matter of factly.
Yeah, you have to be careful with what you ask for, definitely. But dive right in. It's like anything else. If you say you're gonna, I gotta plan what I'm gonna do. No, just do, and then figure it out as you go along.
I mean, you kind of don't want to enact revenge on people, right? Oh, and Jonathan, also pick up the book, The Law of Attraction and Magic. It was either the Law of Attraction and Archangels or the Law of Attraction and Magic. It's by Rose Manning, I think the author's name is. I got to bring that book up here to the podcast library. Also incredible stuff. But no, we just dove right in. We know what we want. We know what we're willing to sell our soul for to the devil.
And yes, Lenore said yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how it's like just hidden in plain sight, and there's so many people that have been doing it all along, and it may not have been necessarily magic, but it's just in prayer. And you can't deny that synchronicities happen. You can't deny that miracles happen every day when you're thinking about somebody and then they call you. Like, what is that?
That's the universe, bro. That's the universe, that your thoughts are being put out into the universe and it's touching the people who it has to touch. You're moving mountains with your thoughts. That's what Wallace Waddle says, where he says, you can move the gold. Your mind can literally dig the gold in the mountains and have it rolling towards you. But you have to act for it too. You can't just like let it happen by itself. But that shit's legit. Jumping back real quick to politics. I have a few questions here. Amy Goldstein asked, do you think Biden is going to close the country? No, I do not think he's going to close the country. I think he's going to make masks mandatory. And I think the vaccine's going to come out and we're going to be back to business, back to normal. I
think that the media is going to swing it in a certain direction that's going to calm everybody down.
Because the media was inflaming. Trump was an asshole. I didn't like the way he spoke. But I think that the media definitely inflamed it.
If COVID never happened, or if he responded to COVID differently, there would be no doubt that he would be getting elected again.
100%. 100%. And then Rose said, have you seen Emotion, the movie? It's like The Secret, only better. I've heard of Emotion. I think Dr. Joel Dispenza's in that one. I'm not sure. If it was, then yes, I did see it. I love all those movies, all those Law of Attraction movies. Did anyone see the movie The Secret, Dare to Dream? Did you see
I watched the preview and I'm like, I can't waste a Saturday night on this.
I wasted a Saturday.
I can't do it.
I wasted a Saturday night with Sharon. I'm obsessed with The Secret. I love The Secret. It was such a defining time in our lives, right? But holy shit, was this movie bad with Josh Lucas?
Magic and prayer are so similar. It's basically the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to explain to my son that it wasn't demonic when he would be looking at the book, but there is definitely some general public fear about magic, healthy fear.
Okay. So I've done a lot of research on this, and it was suppressed by the church because the church wanted you to believe in what they were trying to sell you. And the whole thing of demons, I'm working with demons too. And the idea of demons are they're just spirits. It's not demonic. It's not like a demon with a pitchfork.
Yeah, there's only truth in the angels and in the afterlife. There is no such thing as badness that exists over there.
Correct.
There's that it doesn't exist.
But there's fear of in the public about magic because they really don't understand it. And it's simple. It's literally working with the other side to generate things that you want, what they're meant for. That's what we have been told by our Father, again, who's passed on, that the archangels are on tap for the slightest prayer. Why wouldn't you use that?
And you don't have to get crazy woo-woo about it. Michael is much more into it than I am.
I don't like candles. I don't.
No. But I'm just saying.
I don't wear cloaks.
I'm not saying that you are, but you do it. You research it much more. You do.
I love to read. I mean,
you do it more consistently than I do, but it works for me nonetheless. So you can go to whatever lengths that you want with anything. With Law of Attraction, you can have a list, or you can keep a running list in your head, or you can ask once and set it and forget it, or you can ask every single day. It's fine.
They say you shouldn't. They say you shouldn't. It should be a request and move on and go to the next thing.
But see, that's what I did. I asked all of my requests. So like,
every day there's a new request. Every day I have a new request to the angels. Every single day.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You can do it however you want to.
Yeah, but it's as simple as saying I want this account for BLS, or I want my book to get published, or whatever. But it's not a healthy fear. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Paganism is the predecessor to Christianity. I mean, that's out of my league. as
Yeah,
far as understanding goes. I don't know.
We don't understand religion. We're not religious people by any stretch of the means. We're very spiritual. We were raised Jewish, and we don't practice anything. I was bar mitzvahed. Eric was bar mitzvahed. I'm doing a bar mitzvah.
I mean,
for my son,
I respect the legacy and history of Judaism and the Holocaust and things that our ancestors have died for, and that's what I appreciate most out of Judaism. And I'll light yahrzeit candles for my father, and do things like that. But certainly we're not going to synagogue or anything like that.
No. I think on Yom Kippur you have to go and, I don't know, like fast for your sins or something. Like, no, I intermittent fast every day. I don't need to go one day a year to fast. But yeah, I the idea that there's a whole thing about how religion suppressed magic because it was being used by the Egyptians. It was being used by King Solomon. The secret was out, but Eric, that was the secret. And like when Rose said, oh, have you watched the movie The Secret? And you see like them running through the tombs carrying a torch with like a scroll. That was the archangels. That was to talk to the archangels.
I think he's saying book
saga,
or the Bach saga encapsulates paganism. I don't know.
Beyond my pay grade, man. I don't know what Bach saga is.
Certainly wouldn't mind researching a little bit.
Yeah,
to get a little bit more educated on it. I'm not sure what that means, Brandon.
To me, paganism's from that movie Dragnet. When they were, do you remember Dragnet?
No, like honestly, like probably the first time I ever heard the word paganism was with the Da Vinci Code.
Right.
Which great film.
People hated it.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Because it challenged their beliefs, but isn't that what it's all about? And that's what George Anderson said. When we go to George Anderson, he feels that Christian fundamentalists, squash anyone's religion, especially, high magic. Everyone should look up John Dee. Look up John Dee. That's the guy who I'm reading about now. Unbelievable stuff. The drummer of Tool, that I've reached out to him too. Danny Carey, the greatest drummer known to man. He's better than Neil Peart. There, I said it, of Rush. But John Dee was a necromancer, like a magician back in the 1500s. William Shakespeare wrote about him.
Did you mention being contacted by a screenwriter for Monsterland?
I wasn't contacted by a screenwriter. I was hooked up with a screenwriter for Monsterland. I wrote, for anyone that's just tuning in, I wrote a book. I wrote a few books, but Monsterland is one of them.
It's off the market now.
It's off the market. The audiobook's available, but it's off the market because I just bought the rights back. And yeah, I'm going to be...
Why is the audiobook still on?
That contract is 7 years. The other contract was 5 years.
Interesting.
4 years, maybe, I think. I don't know. But I had the chance to buy the rights back, and I did. And now the contract has not been signed, but I have been paired up with a Nickel Fellowship award-winning screenwriter. And if anyone doesn't know what the Nickel Fellowship Awards are, that's kind of like the Oscars, but just for screenwriting. And this guy won the grand prize. And I read his script, and it was mind-blowing. Did you read it, Eric?
What?
I don't want to give away who the person is yet. That script I sent you?
You didn't send me anything?
It was a while back. It was a few months ago. I read this guy's script. I said, I hope he writes my book. And my manager is setting us up because he represents both of us. He represents me and he represents this other guy, this screenwriter.
A lot of manifestations get amplified with the phases of the moon. I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that the moon has definitely powers. But
Rose just said, can we do a live stream on Ancient Aliens? That's all I'm watching now on YouTube, Rose. And she says we, meaning you guys. Yes, Rose, you can come on. We can watch Ancient
Aliens. Certainly really interesting. And there are so many unexplainable things that go on. There's this dude, he wears a cheese hat on TikTok. Have you seen him?
He's unbelievable.
And he's like, undeniable proof that the Egyptians had time travel. And then they have like a watch that they found, that's supposedly 3,000 years old or something like that. But it's, like petrified. It's like a petrified, like modern day Cartier watch.
Bro, I want to read you something because I sent this to Mom today. And this is what I'm incorporating in book 4 of Monsterland. Hold on one second.
Bro, too much dead air. What are you doing?
All right. Aziel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates. We went from cave dwelling, right? As a species, we went from cave dwelling to doing what the Egyptians did. There's no real time in between that we went from, evolving.
I think about that all the time.
And they talk about the aliens. There was another species that came down from wherever. They're saying it's Mars because they found pyramids on Mars. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. They found the same pyramids on Mars that we have here in Giza. And they came down and they taught humans. They mated with giants and they formed the humans. And the humans were taught, how to make armor, how to use the materials of the earth, because we went from literally fucking eating deer meat in caves to building pyramids within a span of like a few thousand years.
Right.
Like there was no in between period. You ever see Year One with Jack Black and Michael Cera? They were cavemen for the first part of the movie, and then in a blink, the next thing you know, the civilization was the Egyptians. How did we learn how to do that? Right. I watch those pyramid things. Universe Inside You is another amazing YouTube channel. I think we should get her on the show. She's unbelievable. All she talks about is the pyramids were electrical conductors, and they were built here by aliens to send signals all over the world, because the Earth is really just one big electrical signal. I could talk about this for hours, man. I don't want to alienate any viewers.
Too late. No, I mean, listen, YouTube is the place for this stuff. All aliens.
I believe. I mean, how could you not? You think you think it's birth to death and we're the only things here? Come on. This Monday motivation turned to some conspiracy theory shit real quick.
We did. We
talked about the universe. You can have everything you want.
I mean, if you guys can tell, we don't. We don't have a script, so we don't map things out. However, we are kicking around having like scripted 12-minute shows on things. Which
I wrote a script this weekend for it. I mean,
we gotta try it, bro.
Yeah, sure. I like this format better personally. What are you doing? What are you doing? You tell me I have dead air?
Have you seen The Secrets of Skywalker Ranch? It's amazing, but that's for an aliens discussion.
That's right up my alley. No. What is The Secrets of Skywalker Ranch? I mean, clearly that has to do with George Lucas and the place in Marin County, which, by the way, I've always wanted to go, being a huge, huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah, no, people are liking the whole alien talk. We got to add this to our repertoire. Got to do research on that.
Aliens are in. That's it. We're
a very inclusive podcast.
Yeah.
We're an inclusive show.
Does everyone believe in aliens?
Says the best conspiracies are the ones that can be proven and change society.
I disagree with that.
Why?
I disagree with that because as a writer, I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? I wrote about a book about a theme park about monsters, werewolves, vampires, and zombies. Conspiracies, I think they can be proven. I just think it's if people want to accept it or not. Think about this. We went to the moon in 1969, I think, if my history serves me correctly. Like, we never went back.
Yeah.
We had the technology then, and Stanley Kubrick in The Shining had Danny was wearing a moon sweater.
I saw this episode. It's a podcast called Raiders of the Lost Podcast. And they cover movies, and the logo's like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they had this whole thing, and they were talking about how the whole moon landing, and they disclaimer they're saying they believe that we did land on the moon, which I believe also that we did land on the moon, but you don't believe. But
I do not believe we landed on the moon. No, seriously, I'm not trying to be an asshole.
And then they were bringing up that whole thing about The Shining, about how it was like. Yeah, with the whole T-shirt and everything.
Stanley Kubrick directed this. What did the Red Hot Chili Peppers say? Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. If we would have went to the moon, why don't we go back in the 70s? Why don't we go back in the 80s? Why don't we go back in the 90s? Why aren't we going to the moon right now? We had a program. She's telling me we went to the moon, one time, and and they kept debunking it. They kept saying that there was a rock with the letter C on it because it was a fucking prop.
I love it. Our universe is too big to be the only ones.
Rose said the same thing. She said, what a waste of space if we're the only occupants. Absolutely. I think aliens made us. I think aliens created us. There's a missing link in our genes where we went from.
And it was Skinwalker Ranch.
Skinwalker Ranch. That's on Apple TV. I wanted to watch that. Skywalker Ranch. I was like, that's on Apple TV. I'm going to put that on my queue. I want to watch that on my wish list.
Mandalorian on the brain. I was disappointed in the second episode.
You're psychotic. You're fucking nuts.
It just ended. I wanted a little bit more umph.
No, it was perfect. No,
it
was delicious and it was perfect. And Jon Favreau knows exactly what he's doing. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau know exactly.
So it was on my mind that Kim Russo has no doubt about aliens, particularly those with ill intent, abducting and experimenting on humans. Wild stuff.
Those stories. Whoever saw Fire in the Sky, right? Who saw Fire in the Sky? Forget the actor's name. Doug something.
Tammy doesn't believe we landed on the moon either.
I'm telling you, but I still am going to take the vaccine.
The other Tammy says, I have seen a UFO in 1982 Colorado. One time we were in Vegas and we were in, I think that was we were at the Tropicana. We were at the Tropicana.
You remember that?
And it was out over the mountains. I don't know how I could ever explain this, but just imagine like a cloud that was moving towards you like this. It was long. It was like this. And then it would kind of go like this. And then when it turned into that way, it kind of just vanished into air.
Yep.
And it was, I can't possibly explain it, but this was before cell phones. This was before anything like that. Like we didn't, I was probably
4 channels on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was probably 12 years old.
I remember Eric, me, Seth Ellouf was with us, and Mike Rappaport. Mike Rappaport was our partner in LA, the BLS LA office. And we were driving out east. We were going to Spaceplex. We were going out. It was like Dave and Buster's before there was a Dave and Buster's. And anyone from Long Island probably remembers.
Laser tag. Yeah.
Right. Everyone who grew up on Long Island probably remembers Spaceplex. It was like an indoor gaming center. And we were driving. We were on the LIE. And on my life, I put this on Twitter. On my life, there was a little dot in the sky. We may have even been further than Spaceplex. We may have been going to the Hamptons. There was a dot in the sky, and it was shooting back and forth like this. Shooting back and forth and went like this. And we were all freaking out, going, dude, look at that. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that. And the thing kept going like this. And then all of a sudden, with warp speed, it went completely out of sight. Do you remember that, Eric?
Vaguely.
I remember it.
We were with Seth.
It was you. It was Seth. It was me.
I got to ask him.
Mike was driving. It was either Seth or maybe John Elwood. It might have been John, but we were with Mike. I remember that.
So this podcast certainly took a left turn.
Oh, this is fun, man. But UFOs, yeah, there's no doubt.
We got to have on like a UFO expert.
Bob Lazar. He was on Joe Rogan's. I'm going to reach out to him. I'd love to talk to Bob Lazar. He worked in Area 51.
Really?
Yeah. Is it Area 52? Area 51.
Area 51.
Area 51, yeah. I believe in that shit. There's no way. I mean, there's got to be other things.
Certainly fun to talk about and think about.
You know what pisses me off?
No.
Dad knows the secrets and we don't. Because our father is on the other side.
Right.
He knows what's there. How sick would that be, though?
Mine was silver, blue lights, and yes, then warp speed gone. So what is that? It's just unexplainable. Makes you think about all the stuff that goes on at Area 51, Groom Lake, and all the reverse engineering of UFOs.
I'm glad we had this discussion because I do believe it.
Yeah.
I 100% believe it. There's no way. I don't know how anyone could even deny it at this point.
Great question, Suburban Beard, which he's going to be on. He's coming on our show, I think, next week.
Super excited.
Oh, I think this Friday, actually. But yeah, I wonder if you keep learning once you are on the other side. Yes, 110%.
Yes.
And we have.
And our father confirmed it.
We have proof and confirmation of that, and that you never stop learning. And that's where real learning begins.
We get to learn here and then over there. So like our father was very open to different ideas, especially about the law of attraction. There was a lot of stuff he was closed-minded about, but he was very open to the LOA. he read The Science of Getting Rich or through audiobook. Obviously, he would drive and he would listen to the audiobooks, and it helped him because he was battling COPD, which, by the way, if anyone on here smokes, I strongly urge you all to quit. The ending is fucking ugly with what cigarettes do to your body. And our father, when he passed away, we said to him before he passed, you got to tell us the secrets. You got to let us know the secrets of the universe. And he went up there and he came through many mediums, and we know it was our father because he confirmed it. He said some things that nobody would know. And he said, he said the archangels are real. You have to, and he goes, I did that because I'm learning. He said the place is beautiful, the flowers are all gorgeous and everything, but he wants to know the meat and the potatoes of the place. And the meat and the potatoes are the archangels are at our beck and call. And he went into the Akashic records to find out if Eric and I were soulmates. And Eric and I have been together for several lifetimes, which is just incredible to think about. That Eric and I were podcasting in the 1800s and shit.
Who is this guy? Please bring on someone to discuss past
Brian Weiss.
Brian Weiss. Yeah.
Brian Weiss. I'll reach out to him too. Our mother is obsessed with him. Our mother loves Brian Weiss.
Yeah, he has some great audiobooks if anyone's interested.
Tommy lost his father to lung cancer. Tommy, you got to look into George Anderson, man.
There's other psychics out there too. Go to Glenn Dove.
Tommy.
He's really good. We have a guy also, this guy, Edward Pierce. Our mother is a psychic as well. But we got this medium connection.
Yeah. So, our dad had lung cancer, Tommy, and he beat it. He beat the lung cancer. He was the longest living lung cancer survivor at Sloan Kettering. And the COPD got him. His lungs just kept shriveling each year. It was pretty brutal. And then the finale was just, it was horrible. He couldn't breathe. And he was stuck in the ICU for 30 days. But he shed his body and he went somewhere else. I don't know where that place is. I don't know what it looks like. I don't remember what it looks like. And oh my God, he has come through big time.
Yep.
Big time.
Yep. No doubt.
It definitely
all these topics are so incredibly interesting. Past life regression, aliens, the afterlife, UFOs. It's all I love that it's all up for debate.
Yeah.
And there are just unexplainable things that happen in the world and the universe.
Absolutely. And everyone here is here for a reason.
I watched a show recently, Mermaids Are Real. They have had one for a couple of years.
I mean, yeah, it could be. Mermaids, I'm going to disagree. I don't think mermaids are real.
I don't know. I'm certainly not going to say I disagree. I don't know. I have done zero research on mermaids. The only thing I know about mermaids is The Little Mermaid.
Ariel's real, bro. Because she married Prince Eric.
I think someone did like a thing about that where they're like, so wait, Prince Eric was describing to a friend that he met this naked redhead mute on the beach, and he's like, so wait, you're marrying her after 2 days? Yeah. And she doesn't talk. No. And she was naked on the beach. Yeah. It
was still a great movie. My kids haven't watched The Little Mermaid. I tried watching with Kayla. She was bored. But mermaids, I mean, they could be real.
My dad quit smoking after seeing his friend pass from COPD. Yeah, it's a terrible disease.
Just jumping back to mermaids real quick. Tommy Fisher had an amazing question. How do mermaids procreate? I don't know. How do fish procreate? They lie on top of each other or something? I have no idea. It's a great question, though. But yeah, I mean, are mermaids...
Michael, I got it. We got to have a mermaid on the show.
Have Ariel. Do you believe mermaids are real, Eric?
I don't know. I'm certainly not.
I believe the megalodon is real. The Meg.
I mean, I don't know if it exists now.
Oh, I think it's real.
It would be pretty hard to miss, right?
No, it's like trapped under like the Mariana Trench or something.
Eastland Burkholder says, quit smoking if you can.
Not if you can, quit smoking. Because I'm telling you, our father, Daryl Hannah, Tommy said Daryl Hannah, our father smoked like a chimney.
So merman. Was that from Zoolander?
Yes, I'm a merman. Josh is his name.
Splash.
Right?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Josh is the suburban beard. Josh, I can't wait to talk to you, man. This is really exciting. Splash. They were going to recreate Splash.
Daryl Hannah mermaid censorship case.
They're actually, Disney is in talks now. All right, if everyone's sitting down, for all the social justice warriors out there, they're going to remake Splash, and it's going to be Channing Tatum is going to be the lead, and Channing Tatum's the mermaid.
I mean,
Merman.
he is so charming.
Yeah, he is.
So I think if anything is going to make that's going to be so good because he's such a goofball.
And who was the love interest in 21 Jump Street? She was hysterical. I don't remember her name. She was one of the blonde, not like Rebel Wilson, but like a Rebel Wilson type.
Lenore's named after a mermaid. I mean, we have a lot of like synchronicities going on here. And Michael, honestly, like the comments are like everyone's really interested in mermaids.
Mine too, Eric.
Later, Jonathan, we're going to wrap up soon too.
Jonathan, thanks, man.
I have a thing that I have to do.
We'll wrap up in a few. This is our longest Monday. And it started out like kind of slow, and then we went to mermaids.
Mr. Peabody and the mermaid.
Lenore, you're on fire.
All I know is that they stay with the big whales when prego for protection. There's a lot of
Let me tell you something. If you would have told me 4 months ago that archangels are real, I would have said you're full of shit.
Look at this. They have caught mermaids out in sea in nets. Obviously, they freaked out and let go.
Like I said, if you would have told me archangels are real, I would have said, it's a religious bullshit. It's phony. It's not real.
That's what I'm saying. I'm certainly not going to throw anything out.
When our father came through the medium and said, you have to start praying to the archangels and start reading about magic because that's how the universe was built. Done. I mean, yes, I believe in mermaids.
We're bringing awareness about mermaids.
And magic.
Oakenbro's mermaid delivery.
Merman. It's Merman, Josh. I'm a merman. I'd like to watch Zoolander again. I tried Zoolander 2 recently. It was just brutal. But like Anchorman 1 was so good and Anchorman 2 is just so bad. I still talk like Ron Burgundy. You know?
Yes.
There was like him.
I'm Leatherbound Books.
I'm Ron Oaken.
I'm Ron Burgundy. If you all could you guys follow us on Twitter and Instagram? I am Eric Oaken. I am Michael Oaken. Would be greatly appreciated. If you could share our show on YouTube. We're
the like button, everybody. That's apparently what's making the podcast go higher is that like button. We'd really appreciate a like. But what do you call? What was I just talking about?
I don't know.
Anchorman. There are a few movies that I watched today and I realize I still talk like them.
Yeah, my house smells of rich
mahogany, leather-bound books.
Yeah, Tommy Boy was like that.
Tell my wife, I want to be on you. I want to be on you. I want to be on you.
Yeah, no, I do that too. It's funny.
I want to be on you. I think it means whale's vagina.
Yeah, no, there are a few movies out there that are just such classics.
They stay with you.
Yeah, Tommy Boy is one. Anchorman.
Tommy's cracking up. I'm telling you, I still talk like Tommy Boy with some stuff. You know?
Thank you, Eastland.
Yeah, Twitter is just a toxic wasteland. It is so horrible. And Instagram, I can't figure out fucking Instagram if my life. I don't get it.
I just don't think we're not the. You know, you have to be like a you know.
I hate Instagram.
It's all about TNA on there. Yeah, Suburban Beard. Thank you. He just shared on YouTube to all of his followers.
Oh man,
thank you, channel. Bro. That's awesome.
Really appreciate that. We're just trying to build this mother, and it's going really well. But man, it's a hard climb to the top. Great Odin's Raven. You can't say Great Odin's Raven. You have to say Great Odin's Raven. I'm in a glass cage of emotion. Anchorman was, I think, my number one comedy of all time. I know it was Tommy Boy, then Anchorman, and then Caddyshack.
Tommy Boy is so much more than a comedy.
No, Tommy Boy is everything.
Boy, it's so, you know, it's all about just being a man and finding your own way in this world when you're just lost and you don't know what to do.
And you're not street smart. And you can't, you got to kind of learn to be street smart. Next.
Yeah. Michael and Suburban Beard are having the conversation. I'm not even upset. I'm impressed.
I'm quite impressed. Loud noises. Yeah, we could just make this into an anchor fan.
I love Lamp.
I said that recently to
I
Alex,
love Lamp.
where Alex said to me, "I love the Mandalorian." I'm like, I love Lamp.
I love Lamp.
Caddyshack, I repeat too.
Not as often. I mean,
I
probably
put more on the golf course though.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know, what is this? What is it? The Dance of the Dead?
Yeah, Tommy Boy is all about the characters. It's the story arc of
It's perfect.
of Tommy Boy in that movie, and even David Spade's character.
It was perfect. It's the perfect movie, Tommy Boy.
That escalated quickly. I mean, there was
Hola, Chico. Ben Stiller runs down the stairs and goes, "Hola, Chico."
yeah. You know, Dodgeball had a ton of those moments. Not as memorable as Anchorman, but Dodgeball was really, really funny. Like when you watch it, you're like, "Oh man, I remember that. That was really funny."
Right. You know, lines also I tend to quote a lot from the movie Casino. I do a lot with Casino. I love talking like Remo Gadget. How the hell did you pick Oklahoma?
Nobody picks
Oklahoma.
Nobody picked Oklahoma.
Back in the day. I always think like if you come back with a gun, if you come with a knife, Nikki's going to come with a gun. You come back with a gun, you better.
How did you pick Oklahoma? Nobody picks Oklahoma.
How did you pick Oklahoma? Nobody picks Oklahoma. It's the best line in the movie.
Yeah.
Vegas is a morality car wash. It washes away all your sins. Just again, another movie that I still talk like today.
And we do that a lot with There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
I drink your milkshake.
A lot of people on here probably are not There Will Be Blood fans. I
mean, the iconic scene at the end when he's completely obliterating and
Eli.
and murdering Eli, where he's just so filled with rage about whatever about how he is Eli's redemption. He is Eli's coming of God.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's such an iconic scene where
I drink your milkshake. You poor boy. You boy, slithered out on your mother's filth. I think we're losing viewers. How many do we have left, Eric? Are people still talking? I'm at 4 on mine. We were up to about 11. You poor boy.
Yeah, I still use this to this day. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go to the little boy's room.
Yep.
Yeah. With that, I got to run, guys. We thank you all for tuning in.
You guys are great. Really appreciate
Suburban Beard, you are amazing. Thank you for sharing us on your YouTube channel. Greatly appreciated. Really excited to talk to you on here.
Everybody go look at Suburban Beard's channel and go subscribe to his channel. Amazing content.
Yeah, I would share it, but we're not at the same level yet on YouTube, so we're working on it.
We'll get there. Everybody like, subscribe, smash the like button.
Love you all. See y'all later.
Bye, everyone.